Going on YouTube? How you doing? It's been a minute. Hopefully you guys can see and hear me well. I am in a very peculiar area. Um, so today on this live stream, this is going to be more of a tribute to an icon, and I will say a friend to so many different people. And yeah, it's a sad day, but like we're gonna do a celebration right now for somebody. So anybody that has been part of the Invicta experience knows this woman. She has been in TV or Home Shopping Network for, I want to say, like, if not 30 years, a little bit over 30 years, but I know she's been in the industry for well over that. I think close to 40 years she's been in the industry. Phenomenal in what she does. But do not put, forgot to put the do not disturb on. All right, my bad, y'all. I thought I had put on do not disturb and I got a phone call. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Jealous of the RGM you just cracked on. Well done. Hey man, that thing it's legit, bro. Got a chance to put that thing on, rock it. So I would love for you guys to tell me what watches that you were wearing at the time of this live stream. If you're catching this on the replay, I'm going to ask that you guys put down in the comments if you have come across Kendi K, and I've always struggled saying her last name, Kloepfer, Kendi Kloepfer. I've always struggled with it, so it's Kendi K or Candy Cane. I know some people call it that. But I mean, I got the bad news today. I appreciate like Bob Cohen, which is an Invicta collector, avid Invicta collector, one of the greats, sent me the message earlier, and Kendi had succumbed to some complications. If you're following her on Facebook page, then you know what that is. If you're not, if you have been one of those that just happened to come on to Home Shopping Network from Evine to Home Shopping, no, she wasn't on HSN. She ended with JTV, which Invicta actually went over to that. And that's what we want to talk about today, man, is I know there's going to be so many people that's like, I know so many people are sad right now, heartbroken. I've seen all the pictures online, and even when she got sick, I seen people were like posting, they were talking about all the experiences, man, and that's just it. And that's what I want to cover right now, man. So right now, this is a tribute, this is an honor to Kendi, because Kendi is one thing seeing her on TV. Anybody that has frequent any Home Shopping Network, that's one thing to see her on that. And then when you get to see these people in real time, it's like it's larger than life, because they are a personality, they're a TV personality. And man, I'll say this. I've met a few people from Hollywood, in the hip hop industry, R&B. I've met world-renowned artists. I've met a number of people in my life, and dude, Kendi was one of those people that was like simply amazing. She had a heart like none other, very warming, and it didn't matter that she's been on TV for as long as she was. Man, she was a dope person. She's one of the dopest people. First TV personality to photobomb me on an Invicta cruise, and that's in one of the videos that I recorded some years back. I want to say that was 2020 cruise, I believe. Let's see. Let me get into the chat real quick. Just saw her diagnosis. Will miss Kendi. Yo, and I'm gonna make it through this without. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best, man. Because dude, Kendi was that girl. She was amazing. She was dope. She was one of the greatest voices on there. Now, let me be clear when I say this. Kendi was alongside some heavy hitters. So let's do some history real quick. Let's do some history. I want to just inform, and this is not for you guys that are used to Evine and Home Shopping Networks and stuff like that. Those of you guys that have just came on to, you just lucked up on this channel, you're passing through, and whatever the case is, there was this Invicta craze that it just went off the charts. And on YouTube, when YouTube started coming into play and people were talking about, different watches, there was always this question as to what is it about these fanatical people that like these large, oversized, over-the-top watches, man. And you have to give credit to Tim Temple and others that actually came in, and Kendi as well. They were personalities that made anything larger than life. So Kendi did jewelry, purses, isomers, skincare, all these things. Kendi can sell anything, right? And that's what they do. They salesmen. But the Invicta thing was something different. That was something different, man. So this is the one thing that people cannot put their finger on. All of the professional YouTubers, the horologists on there, the one thing you can't put your finger on is the family portion of it. What made this thing so livable? Like, why was it so large? And this is one thing I'm gonna go on record as saying that A.L. Lalo, which is the CEO of Invicta, I'm still gonna stand on this. He has no idea what he had, man. And if he did, it didn't seem like it. He had some of the greatest people to bring these watches to life. And when I mean these watches, I have a few examples here, like this right here. It's upside down. This piece right here. Annie Digi. I didn't get this from Home Shopping Network. I actually got this from a collector, but you see the Invicta shield on the side of that. That meant something. When you tuned in to Invicta Power Play, anybody that has any history, man, let me explain what Invicta Power Play was. That was like watching the NFL, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was legit. It was like 5-6 hours of Invicta, and they were talking about it. And if you look at my thumbnail, if you want to know what that means, over the moon, that was one of Kendy's catchphrases. This watch is over the moon beautiful, gorgeous, don't you know? Kendi had a lot of catchphrases, which please put in the chat. If you catch this on a replay, put in the chat, what is your favorite catchphrase from Kendi? What is your favorite catchphrase? I have a number of experiences with Kendi. Amazing experiences, man. Like, my whole family, we went out to an Invicta cruise, got to meet her, talking, and my first run-in with Kendi was Invicta Ryan was running his mouth about them push-ups on Shop. It was Yvonne at the time, before they switched over to Shop HQ. And when we showed up to the cruise, this is 2018, like we're going back 2018, I said, yo, Ryan, man, what's up with them push-ups, bro? The contest, we got to get these push-ups in. He said, oh, we already did it. Kendi was like, oh, no, we ain't did nothing. It's time. Like, it's time for you to face the music. And we sat there and knocked it out, man. It was an iconic and great experience at that point. But I got a chance to sit and talk to Kendi, and I watched how she went through every customer. You're talking about over 2,000 people on the ship. She made sure that she talked and touched and did everything that she possibly could, man. A hug, a hey, how you doing? Getting to meet people for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kendi made you feel important. She made you feel like this is well worth it. And that just helped the overall experience for Invicta. So for those questions on the outside, the people that's on the outside, you're looking at a watch that, yes, this is oversized. This one right here, this has a value 7750 in it. It's a 47 millimeter. This thing is, I guarantee it's a good 18 millimeters. It's thick. It's a thick watch. But we're not talking dimensions. We're talking about this woman and Ryan, and there's a ton of people that were on the Home Shopping Network. Like, they even had Shaq on there one. He was an ambassador at one point. They went through so many different people, but Kendi was one of those people that, for her not to be a watch expert, she can talk about it. Like, with her small wrist, like her itty bitty wrist, and that, if y'all know the itty bitty wrist, somebody made a t-shirt. Like, who made her t-shirt? I know who made her t-shirt, but somebody made her t-shirt, and yeah. But at any rate, this is old school Invicta right here. Old school Invicta. And Kendi would talk about this thing like none other. And she gets you to the point, I don't know how many watches that I bought when she sold. As a matter of fact, Kendi, the watch that I bought for my father, in memory of my father, I got from Kendi. It's Luciano. I had to get another number email due to crazy spam calls. Oh, wow. Man, okay. We were texting. Wearing a notice right now. Okay. Ooh. Hey, bro, jealous of the RJ. Well done. Let me get it. Let me see what y'all talking about here. Yeah, I was with Hannibal when I went out there, man. Hannibal got it, man. Nice timepiece, bro. Oscar, some great memories of Kendy and Ryan together. Yeah, man. Bro. Yeah, brain cancer. Bro. One of the funniest moments, man, when Ryan was pushing Kendi in that game chair, that thing folded, it fell on air, man. Like that hilarious stuff, man. That was gold. That was comic gold, man. I enjoyed that. But this was the thing that I want to leave with you guys, man. Having Kendi, and if you don't know, if like she passed away, she passed away Saturday, I believe, according to what's on Facebook. It's a sad occasion, but at the same time, like you think about the memories, and it do put you in a mind state of how you treat people, how you treat life, because life isn't, you know, tomorrow's not promised. And man, she did her thing, man. I'm like, I'm there's times where I was just in awe of how great this thing was, and I'm talking, she was a part of it, not just Kendi, but like the whole thing. That's what, and that's one thing I hate too, that I was just sharing this with Vic had sent me a picture, and I get people that still send pictures on either Instagram or you text me, hey, this is the watch of the day, and you'll show your Invicta X-Wing or something like that, or whatever the case is. Now, hold on, bro. Now, here's the thing. I've seen scrutiny on you when it came to Invicta, and unfortunately, you know, anybody that talked about anybody in the home shopping network space, it will be under scrutiny from, especially when you're talking watches, because you have so many professional people out here. You have a lot of the talking heads that either have companies that have watches, and they know a lot more than these people, right? So you got to think a home shopping network. Let's just say you got 500 items, different items. You got 2,000 SKUs that you have to try to go through, and I don't know, three 4 blocks where they put set watch in front of you and say, hey, you got to talk about this watch for the next hour. And you don't know anything about this watch, man. So that's why they had Ryan and Jay-Z, not the rapper, Justin, on set, because they were your watch experts, but it just worked. It worked. And there was times where, you know, people like, there's a video, I'll just put this out there. There's a video where Kendi took the full brunt. Oh, thank you for that. I'm getting wrist shots. I'm getting wrist shots live time, real time. There was a time where there was a video where Kendi came under scrutiny. Kendi never worked for QVC at all, but that's in the title, and it's all about what's clickable, what is watch binge worthy, I guess. And that's what the people want. People love to have they love drama, right? And then you have people like me and other people that you see that video, you're looking at it and you're seeing what's being said about this person. I'll say, yo, that's crazy. And then like they play it safe, but they set it up so the group chat can say all the stuff that's not being said on screen. And I was looking at some of the comments. I said, man, you know that person that you're talking about is somebody's wife, somebody's mother, or somebody's brother, or somebody's relative, you know what I'm saying? And how would you feel if they was directing that? And for those, it's like, well, I wouldn't care. Man, still, there's like, everybody's on the table when it comes to drama and scrutiny. So yeah, Kendi took the heat for QVC stuff, all right? And her face was on there and it says QVC, and I'm like, she's never worked for them, but it represents Home Shopping Network. And then I saw the question is, who's still doing the Home Shopping Network stuff? Obviously thousands. There's thousands. Matter of fact, there's millions, because I remember before Invicta dissolved from Home Shopping Network, or Shop HQ, I'm sorry. I don't know why I want to keep saying HSN. Shop HQ, once Invicta left Shop HQ and went over to JTV, they had mentioned that there was over 14 million people that had purchased Invicta. Over 14 million people. That's in a year's time. This is a number that they documented, right? And I can tell you this, I wouldn't doubt it, because even in the area I'm in, like when I go out, I drive, right? So I get out the truck, I go to a stop, go grab something to eat. One of the other drivers, man, like I'm looking down his wrist, he got a Pro Diver on. Then another guy got a Venom on. Like, Venom, for those that don't know, is an Invicta piece. I said, man. And then the guy coming out the showers, man, he got his watch on. I said, yo, dude, man, Invicta's like heavy. Go to a cruise, and I will say you will see G-Shock, Rolex, and Invicta, because I do wrist checks. I'll be wrist checking everybody, but you see more Invicta than anything, way more. So when I heard the number 14 million, then you got to think about it. It's inexpensive. There's like, I mean, you can get, I remember Kendi was live when I bought this watch. I bought this watch. I've had this watch for like going on 4 years now. Changed. This isn't the original strap. I just, to change the strap or whatever. But she was on, she wasn't presenting this, but she was on when I bought this watch. And again, that's just another memory that I have of her. Let me see. Our brotherhood and sisterhood of watches is unparalleled. We have each other always. Yeah. Howdy, Megazoid. Yeah, and that's the thing too, man. It's like when you lose somebody, man. And I feel like she's iconic, man. Kendi was a great woman at the end of the day. And I know some people know her way better. Some people, like, I remember Kendi reached out to me, was talking to me. We had a situation, and Kendi reached out, asked how the family's doing, and I'm like, great, we doing fine, doing this, that, and the other. Thank you for the call. And then we was just talking, and I remember her saying, you know what, I would love to go on another cruise. I would love to do another cruise. And I was like, oh. She said, but then like we were talking about having a cruise without just so much, because like when she was doing a cruise, she has to work. But I said, imagine a cruise where you didn't have to work. If it was just collectors based, where like you set up and you talk and whatever, because I wanted her to come on one of the collector based cruise to where she didn't have to do that much. Like Ryan comes on those, and he doesn't have to sit in front of a camera unless he's sitting in front of mine or somebody else's. But it's not work. You're not working the whole cruise and then get to do a little bit. I was like, that'd be super dope. And that was something I really wanted to do, have happen, with the whole Invicta crew. And when I mean, I'm talking about like all of them, everybody that I've watched, with Ryan, Jay-Z, Fatima, Kendi, of course, like all of these, I'll call them legends in the game. Love or hate them. And I know like people, you pick your favorite of all times. Everybody had a favorite. I know Ryan was a favorite amongst people. Jay-Z was a favorite amongst people. Kendi was loved by everybody. Hold on, let me get into the chat real quick. Our hearts are broken, man, bro. How many watches have you guys purchased from Kendi, or while she was on air? How many times has she talked you into buying a watch? And here's a crazy thing. This is one thing I loved about that experience, was how interactive it was. It's on YouTube. They're showcasing, and we get to talk and they chat, and then they'll do their thing. They'll broadcast. They'll go through their whole segment, and then they'll get into the chat and they'll pick out somebody. They'll talk about Godfather, and then of course you get to call in. The call-ins, bro. Oh wow. Godfather calling in. The Godfather be like, hey, Kendi and Ryan, how you guys doing? And they be like, how are you doing? We're doing fine. How you doing, Godfather? He'll go, fantastic. Right? That was his catchphrase. And I laugh about that every time. I have a reason why. But yeah, man, I've Skyped with Kendi. I've talked with her. Man, Kendi was dope, man, at the end of the day. And I prayers go out to her family right now, because they're still having to deal with that, and they're gonna have to deal with that. In the way we feel right now, but like I had some time to actually do a live stream, and this is what I want to do. I just want to spend this time just saying that this woman was great. She was a great friend. She's a great mother, wife, like dude, I've never heard her say anything negative about her family or anything like that, man. Like, she loved life. And I love the fact that if you follow her on Facebook, when she used to do the walk, she'll walk through her property, man, and just show you the woods and stuff. And then I come on there and talk to her, and she was like, hey, man, and I got a chance to come up to Minnesota and didn't get a chance to see her while I was up there. And, man, still, just, man, just a phenomenal woman. She's great at the end of the day. So, man, you guys get a chance. If you, of course, I know if you know her or have been around her, you guys have already flooded Facebook. For some, you're just finding out. And this is, I do know. Some of you guys are just not finding out. And, yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Your Kendi passed this Saturday, right? Tim dropped the news. And I got a message, man. I appreciate Bob. Thank you for sending that information over to me. I wish I had your hand. If I did, I would fold. Whose hand? Kendi was the host when I Skyped in that Magnum with the interchangeable straps in case came. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. What up, Hannibal? Mr. Cook. Man, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, she passed away, bro. Our hearts are broken. Yeah. Oh, okay. No news online. Yeah. They were, so I know that they were playing it close. It would like I remember they mentioned it earlier this year that she had, brain illness, brain cancer or something like that. And it was just like, yo, just pray, like, and I know people that's closest to her were privy to all the information, but Tim Temple dropped the information on Facebook. Yeah, he dropped the information, and I saw it, man. It just hit me in the chest, man. I was like, yo, that's wild, man. But then, like, again, this is why I like the fact that I have a channel that I can come on and do. And this episode, this live stream, this will only hit home with the people that know Kendi. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. And all I'm saying is, anybody that's watching this, man, if you watch this on replay, we in 22 minutes. I'm gonna cut off here in about like 10 minutes because I do have to get going. Put your Kendi moment in the chat, man. I want to keep this up, man. And Kendi, I'm going to put her up on my wall, man, because Kendi was a major part. She was a part of Invicta. She made this Invicta family what it is. She was one of the members, right? You know what I'm saying? If there was a, what is that, man? A Mount Rushmore? Like, we did a Mount Rushmore of collectors, right? But if there was a Mount Rushmore of Invicta celebrities, and, yo, Kendi has to go on that thing. Kendi definitely have to go on there, you know what I'm saying? It actually has to be a larger Mount Rushmore, because you can't put that up there without Tim Temple. Like the early heads, he's one of the figures that put Invicta on the map as well. But Kendi's been doing this for a long time, bro. She's been in the industry close to 40 years, man. She's been on Shop HQ or Evine for, I want to say, like 30 years. I want to say she did it for like 30 years, man. She was doing it. I remember her presenting, if you can go back and look on here, she's presented some iconic watches, those that like Aragon. Aragon used to be a part of that back in the day. Yeah, I think that's when it was Shop NBC. In Value Vision. That was another one. It was Value Vision, man. So yeah, Kendi, go back away, man. And just go on, if you haven't done it, go on YouTube and type in Kendi under Value Vision or Shop NBC or just Invicta and see what all popped up. And I love the fact that I have a long-lasting memory of Kendi photobombing my picture. I have a long-lasting memory of Kendi in a number of pictures that on that cruise, right? And if that, and I don't know if Ryan still has any of the video footage from their time at Shop HQ, but there's plenty of times where I was on the cruise. if those videos still exist, but I still have a number of videos with Kendi in it where I got a chance to, like, we're sitting there talking to each other, or I'm filming her while she's being filmed on this ship, and just watching all these people, man. That's the one thing. At the end of the day, Kendi helped with the whole Invicta family, which still goes strong. With you got Invictaholics, you got Invicta Cruisers, you still have Facebook groups out there that's promoting, that's pushing the Invicta thing, man. Like, still keeping that family vibe. There's a cruise coming up. I got it on my wall, posted on my wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still people out here doing it. JJ, have a great night. Have fun. Later, y'all. Fly high, Kendi. I worked with her for a few years, and she's amazing. Rest well, my friend. Man, bro, yeah, bro, man. And I just wanted to, man, that's all I want to do, man. I just want to pay homage to one of the greats. Kendi twisted my arm to buy a number of watches, man. I don't know how much money I spent messing around with Kendi. Kendi convinced me, and she called me out on national TV, man. She said, you know what, Trap? I don't know what you're waiting on. You know you want to get this watch. And she was just a pro at what she did. She was savvy, man. Kendi was, like, she was great at what she did, man. She brought a smile to my face. Still, even right now, my heart's broken, the fact that, you know, she's moved on. God called her home. My heart's broken even more than her family, because I know what, man, dude, losing somebody, bro, yo, that right there, man, above all, that hurts, man. So my prayers to her family, man. I just pray that God comforts your heart in time. But just know, for the family, if they see this or not, for those that's watching this, man, just know this woman did her thing. She was chosen to do what she does, and still to this day, regardless of her body just saying, hey, I'm out of here, I'm going with the Lord, her work, her essence, everything that she done still lives. And there's a number of people in history that says that, like, bro, like, their fingerprint will forever be on, like, the world, period. Because you think about this, man, anybody that owns Invicta right now that's ever been a part of their home shopping experience, you are a part of history. You have a piece of history. Now, and again, we're not talking, hey, the quality. We're not talking about inflated prices. We're not talking about any of that. We're not talking about the size of the watch. We're talking about that word, Invicta, invincible in detail. This timepiece that was brought out of bondage of not having an owner, had a few people in life. I mean, again, shoot, you can credit Justin and Ryan for doing a lot for Invicta, a lot. And Ryan is still pushing. He's back at Shop HQ doing it. He does live streams here on YouTube, right? YouTube, as well as they're on their own website. If you go on Shop HQ's website, you can watch it that way. You know, that has nothing to do with the WhatsApp. No connection whatsoever. That's AL doing that, or whatever the case is. But I just leave you guys with this, because I do have to get up out of here. Life doesn't prepare you for losing people. It does not. Half of my magnums are from Kendi. She'd be like, Vic, this is for you. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, man. I love that. I want to put this on here. Let's pin this message before we get up out of here, before we peel up out of here. Yep, I want to peel up out of here. I mean, I don't want to peel up out of here. I do have to peel up out of here. I'm just reading the comments, man. Right now, I'm just going through. If I missed you, I apologize. Thank you for being here, House X. Sad thing is, because she is Invicta connected, the watch community will not give this news any play, which is sad. Hey, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I want to say this. I was going to say, man, I'm just going to drop this because I feel passionate about this. There are a number of watch companies that will never get played on any mainstream because they just choose not to. And Invicta's one that will get the hype on the mainstream channel because it's always something negative. Italian Twine is another company that will not get mainstream coverage because you tell me why. I don't know. I have my thoughts, suspicions on why, but who am I? And then set watch, whatever watch that you have, right? I have a watch on that I consider one of my faves. This watch is great to a number of people. There are a number of people that hate it. There are watches that people, they say reach for the crown. They love those watches for whatever reason it is, man. But again, I will say this until the cows come home. And I don't think they come home no time soon. But what about the lifestyle? What about the emotional value of the watch? What about the connection? Are we forgetting that? Is it more about, hey, the status? Because honestly, the connection, some people could plug and play this whole status thing because you want to be seen as a big shot, or you want to be seen as being in the now, or having a watch that is glorious and glorified amongst the nations, right? Watches that can be traded for information in wartime situations. I get all that. I get all that. But at the end of the day, man, the common man can afford Citizen, Seiko, Invicta, and watches like that that are synonymous with value, with affordability, with fun, with excitement, with obtainability. Like, you can obtain these watches just like that on the paycheck that you have. There's plenty watches that you can buy that's well under $100. If you have $70 to spare or $50 to spare, you can buy one of these watches, right? You know what I'm saying? But we're not talking about that, the monetary value. We're talking about what somebody did. Yeah, she did her job, but I'm telling you, outside of that, Kendi is one of the few people that I know that she lives humanity. She lives humanity, man. Like, her heart is just larger than life, man. And there's a number of people that's like, they're passionate about what they do. They're passionate about connecting with people. They just love people at the end of the day. And she was one of those people. She was an angel among people, man. Like, she just had that spirit. Man, that was a big old nasty bug on me, man. I tried to play it off, but it was crawling too hard. So, yeah. I have the San Martin in 129 in red color, the original. Man, your watch collection is crazy, bro. You got some heat. I like how colorful and playful and serious at the same time your watch collection is. But the fact that you share, and that's one thing, man. Let's keep sharing that, man. Let's keep sharing the spirit. Let's keep, check in with your people. That always comes up in death. That phrase right there always comes up in death. Check on your people. That's it, because you don't get a second chance. Once they gone, they gone. That's it. We'll be doing stuff where, you know what I'm saying, like, man, I wish I would have. Nah, bro, just check on your people. Send a message, whatever. All right. Hey, I definitely got to go. So, thank you guys for watching, man. If you watched this far into the live stream, man, please put your Kendi moment down below. Let me know. Let people know this is going to be pinned. I'm going to pin this over to my Facebook page. And, yeah, man, we're going to go from there. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for participating, in all the Invicta collectors that's been rocking with me for a long time. Know what I usually say at the end of this, but I'm not. It all started with a watch. Pray that you guys are well. Have a great weekend. Y'all be blessed.